Hello, hello, and welcome everyone. I hope this is working. I hope you can hear me. Just getting set up here. Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone, wherever you situate yourself in this world. Hello, Alta. Hello, Lucia. Hello, Caroline. Hello, Tina. Hello, Tracy. How is everyone? Welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday to all. Beautiful to see you. Let me know if you hear correctly. Let me know if the sound is all good. All right. Hello, Blanche. All okay. Okay, good. Happy to hear. It's been a while. So I'm so happy to be back. I have been traveling a little bit and I have been encountering a few storms. So where I was, there were power outages, lost electricity for 2 days, 3 days. So it was a bit complicated to do the readings, to upload the weekly readings, but I made it through. I made it through, and I was able to do as much as I could, as best as I could with what I had. I had to move locations. You know, sometimes you just have to figure it out. So, yes, thank you. With the storms are, you know, we weather through. It's fine. It was no big deal. It was just complicated to upload. And so I just want to say how much it's important for me to make these readings on a weekly basis. And not everybody always realizes, because sometimes I see in the comments, you know, certain things, very rarely, I have to say very rarely. But sometimes the comments, you know, you have to understand that I have, you know, multiple day jobs, multiple responsibilities, and I really, really try to get those 12 readings up, sometimes more, within all my jobs and my responsibilities. And so for me, the fact that I was able to travel without electricity, changing locations, figuring things out, and still uploading those 12 readings was magical. So it's just to say that how important it is for me and how I don't take this lightly, and I want to put them out there. It is as important for me as it is for you, for the people that connect and enjoy these weekly readings. So I just wanted to say that. All right, that being said, yes, it was complicated. But there we go. We're gonna wait a couple more minutes. Do you guys want to do the dowsing rods or no? Oh, I think that's why I was saying that, because someone in the comments was saying, well, she used to do free readings and she used to do dowsing rods, and now it's just all about money. All she wants is money. And no, no. So it's you know, sometimes, as much as usually I don't really read the comments that are negative and they don't really affect me. Um, Really, they don't. But once in a while, I just wish people would understand how much I put into this and how much time I put into this and how important it is to me to deliver these messages. And I think that sometimes people imagine or assume that I'm just sitting around and, you know, doing, you know, whatever. I don't know what people assume. But sometimes within the comments, there's a lot of assumption, obviously, because no one knows me, right? So it's normal that people assume certain things. But anyway, it doesn't bother me. It's just funny that people assume a lot of things. Okay, so here we go. Yes. No, of course, and I love doing it, and that's what I want to do. And believe me, if I didn't want to do it or I didn't feel the need to do it, I certainly wouldn't power through week in, week out when I'm sick, when I'm stressed, when I have a lot of work, when I have to take care of family, when I have to take care of things. No matter what, I get them out. No matter what, I figure it out and get them out. So just to, just the same as you guys have a lot of responsibilities and a lot of things to go through and a lot of things to deal with. It's the same with me. I'm not a magical person that just hangs out and has, a lot of free time. Let's just put it that way. Same as you guys. Same as you guys. All right. So let's see. Do you want you want me to do the dowsing rods? Okay. Sorry for the, well, it's not really a rant. All right, let's do the dowsing rods. Okay, so Tracy. All right, here we go. Let me just do my little prayer. Please protect me. Hello, hello. Hello to all these energies around. Give me one moment. Ooh, things are flying all over the place. Give me one moment, please. Oh, I don't know what that went. All right, well, let's just start. I was looking for something. All right, here we go. Let's put these over here. And we will start with Tracy. Hello, can you show us yes, please? So yes, they cross, right? And show us a no, please. Thank you. All to the left, right? So yes is crossing and no is to the left. So I'm going to start with Tracy, right? It was Tracy. Yes, Tracy. Are you open to answering a question for Tracy? Yes. Okay. Will Tracy be able to purchase a home this year? Will Tracy be able to purchase a home this year? Do you think that Tracy will be able to purchase a home this year? No. Slow no, though. Yes? No? Interesting. All right. So it's a no. Is it a sure no? No. Okay, so maybe yes, maybe no, or maybe it's going to take a while. Is it going to take a while if if there's maybe a purchase that starts this year, or maybe, okay, got it. Okay, so maybe you'll see something interesting, or it'll take a while, or something's going to take a while, and maybe move into 2026. In 2026 for Tracy, would this happen in 2026, moving into 2026? Okay, so it seems like maybe you start something in 2025, but it's not going to be purchased in 2025, more in 2026, Tracy. All right, Alta. A current deal will be signed off. If a current, okay, got it. All right, are you open to answering a question for Alta? Yes. All right, Alta would know if the current deal will be signed off. Will the current deal be signed off for Alta? There's a yes there. All right. Lucia, are you open to answering a question for Lucia, please? Yes. Now remember, sometimes the rods don't answer. Sometimes the energy remains neutral. if it's not for your highest good. Oh, Lucia would like to know if she will be able to get a teaching job for September. Yes. Nice. Nice, Lucia. All right. And Caroline Capricorn, can I ask new job to start insurance sooner than 3 months? Oh, interesting. Okay, let's see. Are you open to answering a question for Caroline? Yes. Okay, Caroline would like to know if she could ask her new job to start the insurance sooner than 3 months. Could she ask to get her insurance to start sooner than 3 months? Yes. Okay, go for it, Caroline. Well, you might as well ask. All right. Hi, Creations 119. Hi, Sonia. I'm going to answer Sonia's question and then we're going to start the tarot readings. Hi, Sonia. Sonia, will I launch my business successfully this year? All right, Sonia, may I answer a question? Will you answer a question for Sonia, please? Yes, okay. Sonia would like to know if she will launch her business successfully this year. Will she launch her business successfully this year? Okay, there's a yes there. Slow yes, but yes. All right, so I'm going to leave the rods to the sides. Hello, Francis. How are you? Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. All right, let's get started. Let's get started. Let me get my pad. Remember that I'm just going to give you the go ahead to ask your question. You're welcome, Creations 119. The way it works for anybody listening outside of the chat or anybody that has not joined membership, we do live tarot readings, live tarot sessions every Sunday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. You can join us. Anybody can join us. But to get a tarot reading, I ask that you join membership. That's just for my time here. And so to join membership, you can click the join button right next to the Card Minds logo. And I also have the link at the top of the chat. If that's something that you're interested in, you can join membership and get a tarot reading every Sunday if you wish, or whenever you wish. As long as you're a member, you can get a tarot reading and you can cancel anytime. A lot of people cancel and come back, and because tarot readings are, because there's no timeline, it's important you might get the same answer all the time because you're not there yet, right? Or so it might seem a little repetitive sometimes if you do tarot on a regular basis, weekly or daily. You're right, it might sound a little bit the same. So I give the green light and everybody will ask their question at the same time. That way everybody gets a free chance to be first, second, or third. So if you, Blanche and Francis, if you already put your questions up, that's not going to be counted. It has to be after the flags, okay? The starting flags. I know, but that's so everybody gets an equal give and take. And then also the list is according to my chat. You might not have the same sequence in your chat, and you might think that you're first, second, third, fourth, and maybe you're fifth, sixth, seventh on mine. I just go according to my chat, okay? All right, here we go. Hold on one moment. Let me give you of a green light or the flag. All right, so for me, anything that comes after the flag goes on my chat. Oh my goodness, how is this? Okay, there we go. Okay, so who do we have here? So after the flag, I have on number 1. I have, and I just go with my chat. Okay, guys, don't bear with me if you don't have the same. And of course, if I mess up, just tell me. I mean, but I have number 1. If I forgot someone, that's what I mean. If I forget anybody, obviously tell me. I know. All right, number 1, Alta. Alta, Libra. Okay. Number 2, Lucia. Thank you, Lucia, for putting your name in. Of course, now that I remembered today, I'm proud of myself. Career. I'm hearing noises. I'm hearing noises. All right, number 3, Tracy. So Tracy, number 3, Scorpio General. Number 4, Tracy. Number 4, Blanche. Number 5, Tina. Number 6, number 6, Francis. Number 7, Caroline. Caroline Capricorn, right? Just want to make sure. I know you wrote. I wrote you. I think you're Capricorn. I know you wrote it up further up. Just remind me if it's not Capricorn. Okay. Number 8. Number 8, Teddy. Tessa, love, Libra. Tessa. Is Tessa Libra, Teddy? You'll have to tell me. What if Tessa is A Libra. Oh, thank you, Teddy. Thank you for that. And Teddy. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Caroline Capricorn. Very good. Okay. All right, Teddy. All right. So far, guys, we have on number 1, Alta, number 2, Lucia, number 3, Tracy, number 4, Blanche, number 5, Tina, number 6, Francis, number 7, Caroline, number 8, Teddy. All right. So if there's anybody popping in, just let them know where we are if you guys are there. Now, just a reminder, again, you know this, everybody already knows this, but just a reminder that it does help me energy-wise to tap into your energies. It goes for a better reading if you guys are present, right? I know that everybody has their Sunday and have a lot of things to do, but it does help. It doesn't matter if you're here or not. You will always get your reading. It's not a problem, but it does help when you are present. Just a reminder. Okay, here we go. So, let's get going. Alta, Libra, General. So those are just the reminders. And if anybody pops in, I don't know what this chat is all about today. They changed the chat and goodness. And who hi Gio. For anyone watching this live, wanting a tarot reading or just interested in knowing how this works out, we're here every Sunday for a tarot session at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. If you join membership, it gives you access to a tarot reading every Sunday as long as you're a member. Okay? All right. The link to membership is on the top of the chat, and the join button next to the Card Minds logo takes you wherever you wish to go, and that gives you access to membership, and then you can get a tarot reading. All right, here we go. Alta, a Libra, General. Let's see what we have for Alta, and welcome back to all my beautiful members, and welcome to anyone watching at the moment. All right, here we go. Alta, Libra, General reading. What do we have for Alta? What do we have for Alta? Give me one moment to shuffle the cards. I hope you have good weather where you are. I hope you're enjoying your Sunday. You have a restful and relaxing Sunday wherever you are. All right, Alta, here we go. Let me know if anybody else pops in. Sometimes I don't see it because I get focused on the reading. All right, here we go, Alta. What do we have for Alta? General energies here for Alta. Libra, what do we have for Alta, please? What messages do we have for Alta? What do we have for Alta? What do we have for Alta? What messages do we have for Alta? 10 of Swords. What's going on, Alta? Something ending? Or you feel stabbed in the back? Or you feel that didn't end right? Or you're done with someone? Let me know. Let me know. What is this Ten of Swords for Alta? Something is ending. Alta. Let's see what's going on. Oh, yes, there is a sun shift here, Alta. But there's nothing you can't handle, right? You have the Strength card. So right behind you have the Strength card. So we'll pull more cards to see what this is all about. But something's ending. There's a sun shift here with the Tower. A sudden breakthrough, a sudden understanding, a sudden change. That things couldn't continue like that, couldn't happen like that. Either you couldn't trust the person if it's a person, but let's see, we'll see what this is all about. You're still in control. You're managing the situation. Whatever the challenge is or the changes or the obstacles is, you're in control. Yes. And then you'll get a breather. If you're going through this, you'll get a breather. You're going to be able to rest and sort of resource yourself and just replenish and rest. There is a challenge here. I mean, but for me, it's not a challenge. It's you suddenly becoming aware, suddenly realizing something, suddenly understanding that could not work or was not viable, is not viable, or not trustworthy. And so now it's liberating for you. It's liberating for you, even though you have to keep control, keep balanced. But I think you're the one in control. All right, let's see. Let me change decks because I feel like I need to get into this. So what is this? What is this Ten of Swords all about for Libra? What is this Ten of Swords about? Okay, you have victory over that. All right, someone you don't trust. Clearly, the Seven of Swords. Someone you don't trust. You don't trust the person, or they got away with something, or they lied to you, or I feel like it's a person here. Seven of Swords. I feel like there's a deception there, right? So maybe someone was there for their personal gain or took advantage of you or took advantage of something and maneuvered behind your back. Sly, sneaky, right? But you have victory over that. So you realized this, or you figured it out, or now you're finding clarity on that. And then you have the Four of Swords, which tells me that you'll be able to rest and have like a real necessary pause to recalibrate your thoughts and to realign your thoughts. But with the Tower, yeah, there's this sudden shift, sudden change. But I think you're realizing it. Whether this is a person, I think it's a person. You're proud, though. You're really proud of maybe realizing this, right? It's also really clearing out all those like unstable foundations. You knew it couldn't work that way, or you knew you couldn't trust this person, or you're finally seeing something clearly. It's ultimately very liberating. It's ultimately liberating you. It feels like it was already unstable, right? There's like a truth coming out to the surface, or finally you're realizing it, or finally seeing clear, or finally understanding what were they up to, right? So even if it's painful, or if it's something you're disappointed in or frustrating, you're making space for like really authentic rebuilding, something very stable, something very grounding, a healthy foundation. So let's see what this Tower is all about. No, too many cards. Tower, please. Thank you. Yeah. Letting go, letting go. Understanding to let go. Understanding that this is a new cycle, that now you're going to finally rebuild. Make something official. You're seeking guidance from someone or someplace, or you're You're confident that you can rebuild this. You don't want to be a follower anymore. You don't want to be a follower of that institution or be part of that establishment or be part of those rules or be part of that management philosophy company, whatever it is. It feels like you're letting go of that. You do not want to be part of that establishment anymore. Letting go. And you are wanting to reframe your career or just follow your own rules. And sometimes it's necessary to, to let go, to cleanse, to understand that it's not serving you, it's not taking you anywhere, or they're taking advantage of you, or you're realizing that this is going nowhere. It doesn't mean that it was always like that, but it means that you have reached the point where you have to let go this institution or these rules. But I think at the same, well, one more card on the Hierophant, please. Yes, there we go. You're starting something new. You're learning, you're training, you're excited, you're inspired by something new. It can be if you're working in a government job, if you're teaching, if you're working in a corporation, if you're working in an entity that requires a lot of rules and regulations and red tape and all that administrative stuff, you're now going to march into a new energy that you're learning something new, right? So one more card on the Page of Swords, please. One more card on the Page of Swords. Hello, Spirit Doll. Hello and welcome. You can ask your question. Yes, absolutely. So Spirit Doll, just put in caps your sun sign. Oh, you just put it. Okay, Gemini. And then, because I can't see the whole chat yet, I'll get back to it in one moment when I finish the reading. And same for Geo. If you wish to ask a question, you can join membership. All right. Yes, there we go. Leo, you're making their decision, and the World card, beautiful. End of a cycle. End of a cycle. You might be moving. You might be traveling. Whatever it is, you are understanding that this is the end of a cycle, and you're integrating something, you're starting something, there's a completion, but there's a completion because of your experience. So it seems like a job, and if it's not a job, you're really learning. Things are really coming together very clearly. You have a real good understanding that all the pieces are now going to fit. Like, now you understand the big picture. Now you know where you're going. Now you know what it's going to be. You've questioned a lot. You've learned a lot. And you're learning even more with the Page of Swords. So you can be traveling. This idea or this thing that you're learning or this thing that's inspiring you is taking you next level. It's taking you somewhere else, somewhere bigger. You're seeing your place and your purpose professionally or culturally. You know where you stand and you know where you want to be. And your ideas, your experience are part of something bigger now. Higher level. More understanding. It's a real completion. It's not the end. It's a doorway to even more with this World card. And the Lovers is, it represents what you want to be. It's not just a decision. It's a real declaration of who you choose to become or who you want to be, right? What your values are. It's a very conscious choice to align yourself with who you are right now, what you represent, your desires, your ideas, your values. It's very important. So this is many major arcana. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 5, 6 major arcana. Big shift here Alta, for the better, for the good, for your purpose, for you to be in the right place, for you to be with the right people, with all your experience. And if this person betrayed you, or this group of people, or setting, or job, or business, or company, whatever it is, you're coming out of this bigger and prouder and very conscious of your talent and your experience. And this is going to take you to another place, more important for you. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. I hope that makes sense to you, Libra. Alta. Thank you, Alta, for letting me read your energies. Gratitude. A good reading, because it's really shifting you in a good place, in a very good place. All right, that was Alta, Libra, and I'm going to move on to Lucia. Number 2, number 3 will be Tracy, number 4 Blanche, number 5 Tina, number 6 Francis, number 7 Caroline, number 8 Teddy, and let's see what we have in the chat. Welcome, welcome to all the new members. Let's see. Welcome, Spirited Doll. Spirited Doll, I'm going to put you on number 8 and number 9. Spirited Doll, if you have a name, you can give me your name. If you don't wish to, you don't have to. But welcome, and beautiful to have you, Spirited Doll. You're a Gemini, and all you have to do is put your question. Did you have a question? Hold on. I think you did before. Are you Scorpio? No, that's Geo. I'll get to Geo in one moment. Spirited Doll, you're Gemini. Let me know what your question is. You're number 9 if you wish to ask a question. Let me know. And Geo, let me know what your question. Geo, thank you so much for that. If possible, I would ask you to join membership. I don't do readings with super chats, although I do so appreciate your super chat. But I do readings for members, so if you wish to join membership, that gives you access to a tarot reading right now. All right, so let me know what you want to do, Geo. I'll put you number 10 if you want to. And Spirit Doll, give me your question if you have a question, if you wish to. Wanda, okay, Wanda, give me your question. Hi, Wanda. Welcome, welcome. Beautiful to have you. Hi, Kevin. How are you? So Wanda, let me know. Unless you're Gemini, Wanda, let me know if you have a specific question. If not, if you just want a tarot reading to see where it goes, a general reading, I can do that as well. You let me know. No rush. I'll put you number 9, and Geo, if you wish to join membership, I'll put you number 10. And you can give me your question. Kevin, number 11. Hi, Kevin, how are you? You will be number 11. So let me recap this, guys, before I start Lucia's reading. I have number 1, Alta, number 2, Lucia, number 3, Tracy. We are now at Lucia, number 2. I'm going to start that reading in a moment. Number 3, Tracy, number 4, Blanche, number 5, Tina, number 6, Francis, number 7, Caroline, number 8, Teddy, number 9, Wanda. Welcome, Wanda. Number 10, Geo. If you join membership, you will be number 10. And Kevin, number 11. Kevin, you'll have to give me. Oh, your question is in the, what is the next career and love for me? Okay. All right, career and love for Wanda. And Kevin, you'll have to Kevin. Guidance for your project. Okay. Okay, so reiterating, 1 Alta, 2 Lucia. I have to move on to the readings. 2 Lucia, 3 Tracy, 4 Blanche, 5 Tina, 6 Francis, 7 Caroline, 8 Teddy, 9 Spirit, 9 Wanda, 10 Geo. I'll get back to you, Geo. And 11 Kevin. Okay. No, you didn't do anything wrong, Geo. The readings are for members on Sunday morning, so I'll get back to you. You didn't do anything wrong. Thank you for the super chat. That is, thank you for your kindness and your generosity, and you're certainly not bothering. Exceptionally, you just put your question down, Geo. Exceptionally, I will accept the question, but just know that usually it's for members, and you can click the join button and join membership. It's so Geo, you are number 10. Exceptionally, I will do a tarot reading for Geo, but normally it's just members. This is really exceptional. Because if I open that, then I have to open that for everybody. It's just for that. It's nothing about you, and it's nothing, it's just that if you don't set rules, there are thousands of people on YouTube, thousands. And if you open up something, then you have to do it for everybody. So fair game, right? So I'll do it exceptionally today. Just put your question down. Just let me know what your sign is. You probably already did that, but I'll have to go back up in the chat. Geo, you are, I don't know. Did you put your, oh, Scorpio, got it, Scorpio. I see, Scorpio. All right, so Geo, Scorpio, let me know what your question is. All right, here we go, Lucia. Just put your question in the chat, Geo, so I can write it down. Because once I start reading, I don't see the chat. I can't do two things right. I can't multitask. All right, here we go. Lucia, Gemini, career. Lucia, Gemini, career. What do we have for Lucia? Gemini, career. All right, Lucia. All right. What do we have for Lucia? Prioritizing, having to make a decision. Ooh, you're starting something new. Creative or something, your passion, something you're really excited about. With this Ace of Cups, I like that. This is a moment where either you follow your passion, or either this is something that you're really excited to work with these people, or to work with this team, or to develop the project. It is, it's really the beginning of something very emotional, very if it's not emotional, it's creative, and you're like your mind is opening to something new. There's an openness to this creativity, or an openness to this emotional truth. You're finding an emotional truth here and starting something, or it's the beginning of understanding something, or the beginning of creating something, or the beginning of working with these people, whatever it is. And then you have this Chariot, pushing forward. Beautiful. I think that you've been really disciplined, very strategic on this new direction. You're putting this in motion. In other words, your mind is now in motion. You are now moving forward on something you worked hard on, or you strategized on, or you developed, or your mind is ready for this. You're finally ready to move forward on this. It's moving forward. It's all coming together, and it's coming together with clarity. But you're focused, you're in control, you're pushing forward through obstacles. It doesn't matter if people don't agree with you. It doesn't matter if they thought you should do something differently, or you work differently, or whatever it is, you are pushing forward. And with this Two of Pentacles, you've had to balance things out a lot. You have to make a decision, or you had to make a decision, and prioritize and adapt, and a lot of multitasking, a lot of things to do, to reflect upon, people to talk to sort out. There's a lot to sort out, but once you sort it out, you're really, your mind is clearing up, and you know where you're going. You know where you're going with the Chariot. You're harnessing all that energy, all that power, all that emotion that you've had to open up to something new. Very powerful here, Lucia. Very powerful. All right. Beautiful. Let's see what else we have. Yeah, so you're moving into something smoother, calmer waters, leaving the worries behind, or leaving the mental blockages, those people that didn't believe in you, or didn't agree with you, or whatever it is. This is you following your passion, or finally understanding what it is that you need, or what it is you're moving forwards to, because finally it's clear in your mind. Finally it's clear in your mind. And I feel like it's no longer clear in your mind, but you're like the snow plower. You're really moving all obstacles in front of you, all the people, all the mindsets, whoever doesn't agree with you, or has blocked your way, or hasn't believed in you, or agreed with you, whatever it is, you're sort of snow plowing your way through. All right. King of Swords. Yep. Telling the truth, understanding the truth. You're in your power. You have clarity of mind. You have control. Push forward with this Eight of Wands. This is sudden action forward, sudden communication, and rapid movement forward. A lot of communication there. Whatever this is, it's powerful, but you have had to work hard. You have had to deal with people, or whatever it is that, I wouldn't say nonsense. And there are no bad cards. I mean, there's never bad cards for me. There's just energies and things we have to, decide and sort out and figure out. But You are here with this, you're right here, that mental power, that intellectual power. Whatever this is, if this is your idea, if this is your business, if you're developing something, or you want to be part of that team, or you want to be part of that, that action forward, whoever is with you, it's very powerful. All right, one more card, please. Aha, so there's a partner there. There's another person there. So, I'm thinking, are you leaving that partner? Are you needing to move on to another job, create your own thing? That's possible. Or are you or are you suddenly, let's see, are you suddenly partnering up with someone or working with someone? This is someone close to you. So the reason why I'm hesitating is because we have the six of wands rooted by the two of cups, which tells me that either you're leaving this person behind because they didn't agree with you, or you didn't agree, or they were blocking you, or they were making things complicated, whatever. Or on the opposite, this is someone you want to build something with, partner up with, work with, create with. Let's see, who is this person here for Lucia, Gemini? Who is this person? From the past, emotion from the past, passion here, creating. All right, what do we have from the past? So this is someone you know from the past. Oh, look at all these cards. Okay, so this is someone you know, you've manifested in, but you have to find balance. It feels like you thought the good thing was to connect with them, to start something with them, or start a business with them. This can be a family member, this can be a friend, this someone that's close to you emotionally. You have manifested this. You've manifested, okay, so you feel it's going fast in my mind, okay? So bear with me. You've manifested, you wanted this person to come in, or you thought you were going to work with them. You thought it was a good idea to partner up with them, or develop something with them, or start a business with them, or even if they were helping you find a job or something like that. You thought that's what you manifested in. Okay. But then you have the justice, which tells me that that was a decision, or you have to make a decision to bring back balance. In other words, maybe it's complicated with them. Maybe you didn't agree with everything. Maybe, maybe you were in disagreement or weren't in sync with that person, whether you work with them, or whether it's a friend or family member, whatever. It's someone someone that you know, and someone that you've known from the past, because they're triggering emotions in you from the past. Now the justice is there, so you are making a decision. And you have the sun. So there's something that's very powerful and very positive. In other words, you expected that with them it would be really amazing, and positive energies, if that makes sense, but you're disappointed here, and then you're taking a break. So I think that you really believed in this person, or really believed that you were going to be able to move forward successfully in that job, in that business, in that idea, whatever, a passion, something exciting, something creative. But you realize that you have to evaluate the situation, and you have to be fair. The decision has to be made fair, in fairness and logic, not emotional. And I think you realize that the decision has to be made about facts. What happened? What is not working? Or why it has become like that? Or why you so believed in them and it was so excited, and then you're disappointed in them here. They're not delivering what they were supposed to deliver, or they didn't bring to the table their share. I'm not seeing pentacles, so I don't believe it's about money, but I do believe it's about their ideas, their energy, the amount of time they put in, the amount of work they put in, or something like that. Because that, your conclusion, your decision to move forward, maybe without them or in a different way, has to be impartial. It has to be very rational and not about emotions. What happened? What did they not deliver? What did they have to do to push forward to make this successful? So sort of what remains when all emotions are removed? And how are your thoughts shaping your actions and their impact on others, right? How are your emotions impacting others as you move forward and make this decision, maybe part from this person or work differently? This decision is important to really balance out the situation, bring back balance, so everybody can just be set back in their place, and then you can move on because it's positive. You have the sun. It's a very powerful card that you have, except that you are disappointed in that person. So you're going to take a break from that person. Take a break because you are very inspired, but at the same time, you really have to clear away all this confusion or this doubt or these illusions that you had with this person or with this way of working. And then things are going to click. Things are going to finally click, and you're going to understand. It's going to be more simple, undeniably more simple once you make this decision. And nothing's going to be hidden. Whatever truth has to come out, whatever the conversation you have to have, things are just going to become simple and be able to flow. That's what the sun is all about. But you have to make a decision for that, for things to, right, make sense. The sun is also about that confidence on what you know, and use what you know and trust your judgment. See things clearly and communicate clearly and constructively in a positive way. And it goes both ways. You also have this wonderful, beautiful joy in learning, joy in creating. So I think you're going to get it, and I think it's all going to be moving forward once you clear the way of these illusions or confusions. I'm going to leave it at that. Really nice reading, beautiful reading. Hello, Elro. Yes, Elro, you are going to be number 12. A lot of people today. Hello, everyone. Elro, absolutely. Number 12, and we're just at number 2. I don't know. These readings might be long today, but that's okay. We missed a week, or I missed a week. So Elro, will my business idea be successful? Okay, Elro, remind me your sign, please. No rush. Hi. You're welcome, Lucia. Sag, okay. Thank you. Sag, and I believe, Gio, you had a question. Love life, what do I need to know about my ex coming home? Okay, love life, ex. Gio, when you have a second, put your ex's sun sign if you have it. All right. Moving on to Tracy. I feel like I feel like I have to make up for last week. It's busy today. All right, Tracy. What do we have for Tracy? Scorpio. So I'm on number 3, Tracy. It will be followed by number 4, Blanche, number 5, Tina, number 6, Francis, number 7, Caroline, number 8, Teddy, number 9, Spirited Doll, Wanda. Welcome, Wanda. Welcome to Card Minds, and beautiful to have you as a new member. Number 10, Geo, exceptionally answering a question for Geo. But Geo, if you wish to get more readings, please join membership. Click the join button down below next to the Card Minds logo, or click the click the link up in the chat, top of the chat. Kevin, number 11, and Elro, number 12. Okay, here we go. Tracy. Tracy, Scorpio, what do we have? What messages do we have? Anyone watching outside of the chat? Hello, hello. Welcome to all. If you want a tarot reading by joining membership, that gives you access to a tarot reading. All right. Here we go. Tracy, Scorpio, what do we got? The Tower. A lot of shifts right now. Sudden shift, sudden change. What do we got? Here you are, Tracy. Emotional, empathic, you're Scorpio. Oh, but you're celebrating. Okay, so you're celebrating this change, this shift. It's liberating for you. This is something that you're realizing, a truth coming out, or finally things are shifting, things are changing. It's a breakthrough for you. The Tower is a breakthrough. Whatever change it is, it's sudden, right? But it's usually when there is need of a change, when things are not working or not moving forward, or you're not getting answers, or you feel stuck and it's not going anywhere, then that's the universe sort of shuffling things around to bring back balance, or for you to be able to move forward on a specific energy. When if you feel like things are going nowhere, right? There's the Tower. Boom. There you go. There's that aha moment, or suddenly you realize what's going on and what cannot happen that way anymore. What you can't remain in the Tower. That's what I always say. This Tower's not working. It's faulty foundation or something leading to nowhere. But I think you understand that, and I think you are very, very present in listening, in understanding. And this is something that you're celebrating with your friends, with family. There is something you have to adapt to. You're juggling a lot. You have to prioritize. You're going to have to adapt to something new. But this is a choice that you're making. Joining resources, or needing the help of others, or needing financial help, maybe. If that's not you, you are helping others, or joining resources, financial resources, to move forward on something. All right, let's continue. I feel like there are more cards that have to come out here. Yes, look at that. Knight of Cups. So you are moving forward. So this can be a project. This can be love. We'll pull cards, but for me, I really feel like this is finally a resolution, or a moment where you can move forward, either on a project, either on a decision. Let's see what it's all about. You have the Three of Wands. Beautiful. Your ships are coming in. This is coming in. Three of Wands. It feels like you're following your passion, or you're following your heart. Whatever that is, it's finally moving forward. Whatever you were waiting for, it is moving forward. You have the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Cups. I was just checking your sign. The Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups. So this is all you moving forward. I feel like with this Queen of Cups, you are now emotionally understanding something. You're thoughtful and making this decision in a very compassionate way. Whatever this decision is, let's see if there's something romantic here. I don't know, but it feels like there's something. Why do we have the Knight of Cups here? Why do we have the Knight of Cups? Who is coming in? Either you're following your passion, or yeah, there's a lot of stress. There's a lot of pressure on your shoulders. There's a lot of people around you, responsibilities. You've been trying to push forward. You've been trying to make something happen. You've been working on something you have. And when I say working, it doesn't have to be job, but you've been maneuvering and trying to push forward and trying to make things happen and try to get the answer or try to have people listen to you, right? It feels like it's something that's been weighing heavy on your shoulders. What is this all about? Yeah, you're walking on eggshells. You're a little freaked out, but you are moving forward. You are persevering. Another night. So you're committed to something. You're very loyal and committed to something. What is this all about? This is something coming in that finally coming in. Finally you're seeing the light, or finally it's happening. Finally things are being shaken up so you can now move forward. Slowly but surely, balancing yourself. These are beautiful, beautiful messages coming in with the Temperance, but take your time. Patience is important here with the Temperance. Understanding that now finally you are going to be moving forward. I'm going to try to find a card, get a card on this Three of Wands. Now it's slow movement. It's suddenly happening. Suddenly things are changing. There's a sudden breakthrough here. And then you're reorganizing yourself. You're reorganizing. It's a slower rhythm. You're committed to something. You are moving forward in a very thoughtful way, emotional way. And with the Temperance, there is a real energy where you're going to be able to be yourself. Just be yourself. And that's enormous. I don't know why I'm saying that. All right. So let's see. What is this Three of Wands here? What's coming in for Tracy? Yeah, you've been disillusioned. Seven of Cups. You have a lot of options. So, interesting. I think you're feeling a little overwhelmed, or might feel a little overwhelmed from too many options, or too much overwhelmed emotionally. And I feel like you have like a million dreams now, you're inspired by a million things. Maybe because of a lot of disillusions, and now that life is opening up and finally you're liberated. You have like this sense of freedom where anything can happen and you're imagining all kinds of things, and then it's a little overwhelming for you, but it's coming in. Four of Cups. Yes, you're done with all these people. Don't want to deal with them. Don't want to deal with the done. Four of Cups. You're disengaged, and like it's almost like an saturation with them, right? And so you're withdrawing from the noise of the people, the emotions of the people, or everybody that has something to say. You're really withdrawing from that. I'm going to lower my energy because it's a very powerful energy that I'm feeling right now. Very powerful energy. And then we have the high priestess, which tells me that something had to be addressed, right? Something had to be addressed. So allow this emotional breakdown to lead to healing, to lead to transformation. Let go of the old beliefs. Let go. Allow this spiritual growth. It is a big, big spiritual growth here. And because we have this high priestess, right? It's the moment where things had to be said. Had to be said. And now you're finding like that peaceful middle ground with the temperance, and integrating both energies, both forces, or multiple forces, people you don't agree with, people that say otherwise, people that have prevented you from doing things, people stopping you from. So now you're like, okay, fine. You're finding wisdom of integrating. Okay, well, that's the way they are. They're not going to change. So now it's about you. Now you're evolving. Now you're moving forward in your energy. You can finally be yourself. Fantastic. Fantastic reading. But trust your instinct, right? Trust your instinct. Don't be impulsive. Control those overreactive emotions. Listen to your inner voice, right? Maintain that balance. Maintain that balance, and you are going to be moving forward. Beautiful. Beautiful reading. These are very profound readings today, and insightful readings of shifts, heavy shifts going on for all. The world is in chaos right now, and everybody is going through emotional transitions. So my heart goes out to everyone. We are all going through emotional shifts and trying to figure things out. Yes, these readings are profound, really profound. Oh, Gio, hello. Okay, you joined. Yay. Yay, welcome, welcome. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. But it's, yes, these are profound energies. So goes for everyone, guys. Goes for everyone. All right. Moving on. Thank you so much, Tracy, for allowing me to tap into your energies. Very, very powerful energies, Tracy. Very powerful. All right, let me know what's going on, Tracy. I know that sometimes you watch the readings afterwards, so let me know. Leave me a little note. All right. Moving on to Blanche, Gemini. So Blanche is number 4. Apologies, guys, if these readings are taking a little longer, but they are powerful energies, so I just go with the flow. So number 4 is Blanche. Let me grab a little tea and just calm my energy down for one moment. Number 4, Blanche. Number 5, Tina. Number 6, Francis. Number 7, Caroline. Number 8, Teddy. Number 9, Wanda. Welcome, Wanda. Number 10, Gio. Welcome, Gio. Number 11, Kevin. And number 12, Elro. Here we go, Blanche. All right. Yes, and Tracy, let me know. Yeah, leave me a little note. All right, Blanche, here we go. Gemini. General. Okay, Blanche. What do we have for Blanche? Blanche. Here we go. What do we have for Blanche? What are the messages? What do we need to know for Blanche Gemini, please? Blanche Gemini. And here we go. There we go. I told you guys. I mean, listen, you see me shuffle the cards. So we have the Tower and the Death card. There we go. Another shift. Let it go. Let it go, Blanche. Let it go. Let's get into it. Let's see what this is all about. There's the end of a cycle. Accepting to let go. Accepting the shift. Accepting the change. Accepting that this is no longer part of your energy, no longer part of the gig, whatever it is. And like I always say with the Death card, it doesn't mean that it's not for you, it doesn't belong to you or it didn't happen. It's not denial. It is accepting that is no longer part of that cycle and that you need to let it go to be able to move forward. So when I say let it go, it can be emotional, it can be mental, it can be the attachments that you have, patterns, ways of maneuvering, making decisions in your life, whatever it is. It can be between you and yourself. It doesn't have to be other people. It can be, but here you have the wish card, 9 of Cups, the wish card, the wish to let go, the wish to start over, the wish to begin something completely new with this 9 of Cups. Contentment. I think that you're going to be really happy because you found clarity. And now there's that real desire to move forward. You're going to be happy. You're going to be content that this is over, that now you can move into something else. All right, let's see what this is all about. It's making you happy. This is what you wanted. Yep. You wanted to know the truth, understand the truth, speak your truth. It's about integrity. It's about integrity and understanding the truth or getting the truth, whether it's you being true to yourself, right? But it's being independent. Thinking independently. You want your independence. You want to think independently. Right? It's you want to take that emotional distance from what happened or from that person or from those emotions and balance yourself out with that. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful. Accepting the change. Accepting the change. Accepting that things can be chaotic as they change with the Wheel of Fortune, but it's bound to happen. It's fated. This shift had to change with the Wheel of Fortune. Understanding that things need to evolve. That sometimes forces are beyond our control, and how we see things, how we perceive things, and we just have to adapt to them. But it's a conscious choice. This is what you wish for. This is what you want to move forward to. This is what you were waiting for. But it's also learning to accept and just accept, uncertainty, or accepting chaos, or accepting change and adapting. Being flexible is really important. It's pivot time here, but you're learning with this change. If you resist, right, I don't think you're resisting, because this is what you wanted. Change is what you wanted. All right, let me dive in a little bit to see what this aha moment is all about. This sudden shift. It is a sudden shift. Wow, you have the Fool. Yeah, your independence. You want your independence. It's freedom for you. It's really freedom. Letting go obligations, stepping out of your comfort zone, the desire to be free, the desire to be independent. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But I feel like you're finding solutions. You're freeing yourself from from something or somebody with this Hierophant. You don't want to follow those rules anymore. You don't want to be part of that anymore. You're distancing yourself from rules, regulations, or guidance, or a leader or someone there very important that you probably have followed for a while. And now it can be in a company, it can be a leader, but it can also be a spiritual leader. It can also be a guide or a mentor or someone in your family that you have looked up to. And it feels like you're freeing yourself from that person, or you're freeing yourself from the constraint, from the obligation, from that entity. So it doesn't have to be a person. It can be an energy. It can be a group of people, a community. It can be an institution, an establishment, a spiritual guide. It can be all of that. But what you want is freedom. And this is really the time to rethink. And it might be uncertain. It might be out of your comfort zone. But you're moving forward in a place of openness, right? You're curious of the world. You want to go out there. You want to rethink your path. You want to do different things, open up your horizons, and just see where it goes. Not waiting anymore, not assuming anymore. And it's really stepping out, yes, between the Fool and the Hierophant. You are stepping outside of a traditional way, traditional order, or traditional way of thinking, or traditional way of working, or traditional family, community. You're stepping out of that. You're not expecting anything anymore from them. You've been waiting. You're not expecting anything from them anymore. You're letting go of that. And like I feel like you're rethinking what you know. You're rethinking what happened. And this is a whole new discovery for you. A whole new discovery for you. But your freedom and your independence above all. Let me just take the other deck. Huge transition as well. Wow. Powerful. And the Wheel of Fortune, positive movement forward. This energy is going to move you forward, but it's fated. It has to happen. It has to move. It has to change. This is about accepting change and accepting the chaos that comes with it, but to really push you in a positive direction here. 9 of Cups. One card on the 9 of Cups, please. Confident, bold, being daring to be different. You don't care what other people think anymore. Taking a break. There's a special person there. So I feel like you're taking a break from that person. And there we have the Hierophant again. So this is someone that's very important for you. You're taking a break from this energy, from this spiritual energy, this guide, this leader, this institution, whatever it is. Or you're taking a break from a very, very conservative, traditional way of thinking. You don't want to be part of that anymore. You're very confident. We have this King of Wands, and I really think that this King of Wands is you. If it's not you, it is an Aries, Leo, Sag around you, someone with whom you were very close or are very close, but you're taking a break with the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is the rest after challenges, after obstacles, after figuring things out with this Hierophant twice, man. The Hierophant twice. But I really feel like you're detaching yourself from this Hierophant. And the Hierophant, again, doesn't have to be a person. It is a way of thinking. A very ruled and regulated way of thinking. Whether it's spiritual, whether it's mental, whether it's career, professional. It's something very regulated. And I feel like with this Hierophant, you're taking a break from the Hierophant way of thinking, and it's a real liberation for you. real liberation. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 major arcana with the wish card. Your wish is to take a break from this institution, whatever it is, whether it's a person or an energy or an establishment. Wow. Oh, well, there you go. I didn't look at the chat. Wow. Impressive. Impressive. But it's impressive. I'm going to pull one more card. I don't know. Just see where, Wheel of Fortune, where are we going? Where is this leading us for a Blanche? King of Pentacles. There's an opportunity. Ooh, there's an opportunity. You're going. First of all, you're getting the truth. It's a breakthrough. Finally seeing clear and taking on a whole new direction here. You're standing your ground. Disconnect, disengaging, and celebrating with your family. But there's a new direction you're taking. What is this new direction? I know, I'm taking a lot of cards. Now I'm curious. Mental clarity, a lot of mental clarity. New passion, new way. Empathy, love is most important. That's your new direction. That's what you desire. You don't want to be in uncertainty anymore. You just, for you, the most important is emotional balance and love. Oh, that's beautiful. But we do have the moon, which you're still navigating uncertainties and you're still starting to trying to clear things up. All right, there we go. Oh no, you are uncertain. Okay, got it. This is new for you. And so you're going to have to, even though this is what you want and this is what you wish for, you're going to have to navigate uncertainties. But that's okay. Uncertainties are fine. We don't know everything about everything. So beautiful. All right. Powerful energies, guys. But there's something sudden here. Ooh. Powerful. I need a drink. All right. I don't drink, but I need a drink. All right. Tina is next. Tina, number 5. So following Tina will be number 6, Francis. Number 7, Caroline. Number 8, Teddy. Number 9, Wanda. Number 10, Scorpio. Geo, Scorpio. Sorry. Number 11, Kevin. Number 12, Elro. Okay, here we go. Tina. Let's just hold on one second. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're number 5, Tina. And welcome everyone. Welcome to all beautiful Card Minds members. Welcome all to new members today. Beautiful to have you here, and welcome to all my members, amazing members joining in with their energies. Thank you. If you wish to get a tarot reading, if you're watching this and are curious, if that's something you're interested in, you can do that by joining membership. It gives you access to tarot reading every Sunday morning here, right here at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. All right, let's go. Tina, Scorpio. What do we have for Tina? Hold on, I need to shuffle the other cards as well. Just a little bit. Oh my goodness. Okay. What do we have for Tina? Scorpio, General. Tina, Scorpio. What do we have for Tina? Hi, Tina. How are you? All right, here we go. What do we have for Tina? Remember, guys, that if I don't always see the chat when I'm reading, I usually don't see the chat at all when I'm reading, or so if anything happens, just let me know. All right, Tina, here we go. Tina, Scorpio. Nice, Magician. Something's coming in. Time to move forward. This is what you manifested. This is what you wanted to bring in, Tina. What is this all about? Again, the Hierophant. The conclusion of something, officializing something, establishing something, signing a deal or making something official. Queen of Swords. Establishing the truth. Establishing clarity, integrity, bringing it all in. Illusion, you have multiple choices, multiple options. What is this all about? Your independence, your financial independence, learning something new, starting something new, eager to be part of something, eager to learn, eager to work with some work. Is this work? Aha, not sure. Is there someone coming in here? So your independence is key. You're choosing your independence, but you have, so you've been disillusioned before. Let's see what this is all about. Is this about work? I feel like this is your life choices. Page of Swords. Two younger people around you. This is you. And Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. What is this all about? One more card, please. Okay. The end of a cycle. You're starting something complete. Are you traveling? Are you moving? You're accomplishing something. You're establishing something here with the Hierophant. Okay, let me pull some cards here on the Magician. What are you bringing in? If you're not bringing in, it is now time to make this official. Time to establish this officially. Is it a truth? Is it a person? Is it your independence? Is it your financial independence with this Nine of Pentacles? You're establishing your, we'll see who the pages are, but it's something new. It's a complete new energy here that you're starting because we have the World card. So this independence, you like, there's something that you have really done, executed, or wanted to do, or there's a plan. You had a strategy. Whether this is your job or this is a life choice, and that is really bringing in your financial independence. Now with these two pages, I feel like you're on alert. So either you're learning something or you're questioning something, there's a lot of curiosity around this new cycle you're attempting here or you're starting. Curious. Now these are people, maybe people around you that are younger. Are you teaching? No, I don't know. You're okay. Hold on. What are these 2 pages about? And then we'll move on to the Magician. Okay, again, the 7 of the options regarding your legacy, options regarding your legacy, your choices in life, your independent, your financial independence, understanding, listening, navigating uncertainties, but understanding that emotionally you're ready for independence. And again, the Page of Cups. This is what you desire. This is what you've dreamt of. This is who you are. This is what you want to be. Be free and learn. You're starting a whole new cycle here with the World card. All right, so what is this Magician? So what is it that's coming in? You have your financial independence. Most importantly for you, being comfortable with your choices. The Magician. So what is the Magician all about? And what is this truth that you're establishing? The Magician. Nice. Nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself above all. You are most important with the Empress. So nurturing yourself, you can be starting a family, but for me, this is something very, very personal, that you have to put yourself above everyone. That is what is most important. Nurturing your ideas, nurturing your soul, understanding that this is a moment in time where you have a real control over your emotions, using that pure personal power, like focusing, channeling your resources, channeling your emotions to make things happen. There's a real power here. And I feel like with this Empress, this is finally you holding space for others and holding space for other people's feelings without judging them, accepting them for who they are, even though the emotions, really having empathy for others, even if you've disagreed before. You're really moving into a more secure space, emotionally, mentally. It's comforting. You're moving into a really comforting space. And now I think that you're going to be able to follow your heart. So whether it's music, whether it's creativity, whether it's spending time with loved ones or nature, whatever it is, you're creating this space for yourself and you're creating this beautiful environment that is so much, it's calm, it's soothing. This is what you wanted. This is where you wanted to be. So whether it's a new space you might be moving, whether it's a new place, whether it's a new way of being, a new way of feeling, because finally you're independent financially, and finally you can make your own choices, this is where you're going to be. One more card on the Hierophant, which I feel like this is establishing. Yes, look at that. The Tower and the Lovers. Look at all these major arcana. You guys all have a ton of major arcana. It's so powerful. There's the sun shift. There's the sun alignment, the sun moment where you can be you. There's the Lovers making that choice according to your judgment, your emotions, your values, your truth, aligning with who you are. You're not following others anymore. You're not conforming to others anymore. You're not going to beat in their energy anymore. You're not going to do what they want you to do. This is your decision. and it's a declaration on who you choose to be. You are consistent with who you with your values, and it's like both your empathy, your values, your imagination, your creativity are in sync with your actions, and you're truly going to be in harmony with who you are. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful feeling here. And even if they're harsh truths sometimes, even if you've been disillusioned, you have multiple other options. You know that this is leading to your beautiful independence, but also, so it's not only financially independent, it is that soul independent, that mind independence, that you nurturing yourself and cultivating your own garden and being who you are and being confident. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, let's see if, so that was Tina. Wow. Okay, another profound reading. So that was Tina number 5. Followed, it is going to be followed by Francis number 6, Caroline number 7, Teddy number 8, Wanda number 9, Geo number 10, Kevin number 11, and Elro number 12. Oh, hi, Mary. How are you? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't know. We're already at 12, so stick around. You know how it is. If I have a little energy in me, but I can't promise anything, but stick around. Okay, we're at number 6, so we have another 6 to go. So you have time. Mary, I promise that you're welcome, Tina. And thank you for letting me read your energies, Tina. Thank you. Mary, if I can, I'll fit you in at the end, okay? I'll fit you in. I don't like to say that. Okay. I can't guarantee, Mary, but if I can, I'll do it, okay? All right. All right, number 6, Francis. Here we go. Francis, Libra. I know this is these are long readings. Well, sometimes that's what we have to do. We have to spend time on these readings. All right, Francis, here we go. Libra, General. Again, this is Francis, number 6, number 7, Caroline, number 8, Teddy, number 9, Wanda, number 10, Geo, number 11, Kevin, number 12, Elro. And I know Elro has a name, I believe. I don't remember. Elro, let me know if your name. I think you told me already, but of course, my brain is like a sieve. All right. Here we go. Francis. What do we have for Francis, Libra? Wait, hold on. Sometimes it's just not the right card. All right, Francis, here we go. What do we have for Francis? What are the messages for Francis, please? Libra. Okay. Hangman, you feel stuck. Aries, father figure. There's someone there, a leader, a father figure, someone you look up to, but you're disengaging from that person. You don't want to deal with that person, but you feel stuck though, right? With the Hangman, it's going nowhere. Or what are you waiting from? What are you expecting from this Emperor? What is it you're expecting from? Because it's not going anywhere, or at least it's not going the way you want it to go. You feel like there's no solutions. You're stuck in that energy. You have the Hangman and the Eight of Swords. So this is not going anywhere now. You're disengaging. Libra. King of Pentacles. I feel like the King of Pentacles is the Emperor. I feel like they're the same person. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. A business person. Someone financially abundant. Someone that knows how to make money, that has money. And we have the Emperor. Is there one more card here for Francis? Okay, again, stuck. Look at that. Oh my goodness. All right, so Two of Swords, Four of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, the Hangman. These are all four swords stuck. Possessiveness, hanging on to something, hanging on to your money, or hanging on to something from the past, something you do not want to separate yourself from. There's that believing, right, that you have to remain in control at all times and remain in that spot and things shouldn't change. Two of Swords, denial, not seeing, not opening up, not wanting to see, not wanting to make a decision, or not able to make a decision because you're not seeing the truth or seeing what's going on. Four cards of the same energy. I feel like this is, I'll pull a card on the Emperor in one moment. But this Two of Swords, this indecision, like you have to make a decision, but you don't know what to do. You feel stuck. You're at a stalemate. But it feels like you're avoiding something. You're avoiding this choice, or you're in denial of something. It can also be like negative self-talk, or like we say, like analysis paralysis, like overthinking something, overanalyzing something. But with the Hangman, this is, understanding to take a moment, to take a step back, to understand, right? That if you take a radical shift of perspective, like something is suspended, something is blocked, something is in limbo of a decision, of judgment, and it feels like there's a need to see things differently, to take it from a different angle, and not to be too rigid. And I feel like sometimes we have these patterns. We always think in one way, or we always have the same perception of things, or we assume things. And like I say sometimes, what if the truth here, or the answer is for your solution, or for your decision, or for your clarity, or for your truth or understanding, or to be able to see this in a more clear way? What if the truth lies in what you're resisting, right? What if that's the answer, what you're resisting? To not resist that anymore. Maybe that's the clarity, maybe that's the decision, maybe that's the answer. Letting go of control and allowing this clarity or this insight to come in through that discomfort, this patience, the thing that we don't want to see, the thing we're not comfortable with, the thing that's icky, right? Sometimes it's icky, or we're unfamiliar. And so we just hang on to whatever we know, and that's what we always knew, so that's the way it has to remain. That's the way it feels. These four are really giving me a sense of attachment, and sometimes the best move is not acting right away, but just letting things settle before you act on them, right? Reframing something, re-understanding something, reconfirming something, but allowing to understand why it is stuck. And that's the most difficult part and the most difficult to accept, because sometimes we don't want to understand why it's not working. We don't see it because we're so gung-ho in assuming that we know what is best for us. Well, we don't always know. Sometimes we do, yes, but we don't always know. Okay, one card on this Emperor, because it's, look, this card, the Emperor is right smack in the middle. So this is a father figure, a leader, a decision maker, someone you look up to, someone older, someone powerful, at least powerful to you, with whom you're disengaging. All right, so one card on this Emperor. Why is there a blockage here with this Emperor? Are you not talking? Are you not wanting to discuss? Are you not wanting to open yourself up to, let's see, or maybe they are the one. It's possible. Who is this Emperor? Why do we have the Emperor here? No, one more card, please. Why do we have the Emperor? Thank you. Oh, well, Emperor, double the Emperor. That's how rigid, because that's what the Emperor is. The Emperor is very rigid. So this can be them being extremely rigid, but I think it's both of you having this, it's like two felines looking at each other, right? Not budging, because both, it's an ego power. Like both seem to think that they're right, and both seem to think that they can't budge because they're the ones that are in the right and that know the answers. But I think it goes both ways. One more card on this. That's how powerful this is. I can be an Aries, doesn't have to be, but this is how powerful this is. The Emperor over the Emperor. These are not people. These are not people. This is not a person that's flexible. This is not a person that's open to new and open to discussing and flexible and creative and starting new ways. Yeah. Well, woo. There you are, Libra. Younger. Younger, wishing to learn, ready to learn, very inspired, versus this older person, very powerful. All right, one more card. You're younger than them, for sure. Okay, there we go. You're in control. Yes, there's nothing you can't handle. There's nothing you can't decide upon, but you're going to have to let go. You're going to have to move on from something that's not going to happen, that's unfulfilled. You might have to leave emotions behind. You might have to leave people behind. Sometimes we have to make hard decisions because it's not serving you. And sometimes the hardest decisions, the most emotional decision, and we don't even have the death card, we don't have the judgment, we don't have the justice. It's purely emotional. Purely emotional, of something that didn't come full circle, or they didn't listen, or they don't have the empathy, or you have to leave people behind, or leave emotions behind, or leave a subject, a project, a job, or family, or friends. It's a choice of leaving something behind, and that's why it's taking time with this Eight of Cups. It's a decision to walk away from something emotionally unfulfilling, despite the comfort, despite the comfort zone. It is not fulfilling. It is not going to go anywhere. It's not evolving. It's not developing. This can be leaving family to become independent. This can be leaving a person to become independent. This can be leaving a place, a hometown, a home, friends, right? But it can be all of the above. So it's uncomfortable. But if you wish to evolve, right, it feels like that's, yeah, look at that. Look at that. So this is for a job, or to make money, or there you go. So The fact that you're leaving this comfort, can be comfort of home or comfort of family, right, is for a job. You're working hard. It's a new direction, and powerful breakthrough here. Powerful, again, powerful breakthrough. But the breakthrough comes from letting go, from the comfort of home or the comfort of this father figure, or right, and just keeping there, staying there, because you know that's what's easier, but it's not that easy because it's leading nowhere, right? Walking away, despite the comfort, walking away. It's clear here that you're working hard. You're getting an offer. You're getting a financial offer. You're getting a job offer or an opportunity here to work in a new direction, complete new mindset, thinking differently, and going into a new direction. I'm going to leave it at that. Okay. And that was Francis. Goodness. All right, Francis, let me know. I know Francis often watches the readings later. So Francis, let me know if you connected with this reading. And thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your energies. All right, that was Francis, number 6. I'm going to move on to number 7, Caroline. Capricorn, number 7, Caroline is now. That will be followed by Teddy, number 8, number 9, Wanda, number 10, Gio, number 11, Kevin, and number 12, Elro. For anybody watching, welcome, welcome. Beautiful to see you here. Hi, Francis. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, there's something coming in here, Francis. There you have an opportunity, a financial opportunity. So there's a job or an opportunity. There's really something that is moving you forward. Linda, thank you, Elro. Thank you, Linda. So there's something coming in. There's a financial opportunity that's leading you into a new direction. And it's giving you a hard time emotionally to walk away. So let me know how it goes, Francis. Let me know. Linda, let me just put your name in so I remember. I mean, even if I don't remember, at least I'll remember for today. Brain sieve. Anyway, Francis, thank you for letting me read for you. And my heart goes out to you, Francis. Love and light to you. Positive energies. There's something coming in here financially. All right, Caroline, you are up next. Capricorn, what I need to know. Oh, the start of a new job. All right, congratulations, Caroline, for this new job. Beautiful. What kind of job is it, Caroline, if you're here? I mean, you don't have to say where you're working, but what type of job? Caroline, what I need to know about starting my new job. Hi, Caroline. What type of job is it? I mean, not if you don't have to share if you don't want to. I'm being nosy. Oh, real estate. Okay. On site. Ooh, I like that. Okay. All right, let's see what we got. Caroline, Capricorn. What do we have for Caroline for her new job? Anyone watching, if you are interested in getting a tarot reading on these Sunday morning tarot sessions, morning, afternoon. Interesting. Okay. All right, let's see where we're going. So if you're interested, you can So to get access to a reading on Sundays, you can join membership. It gives you access to 2 tarot readings. As long as you're a member, you can get tarot readings, and of course you can cancel anytime. All right. Caroline, what do we have? What do we have for Caroline? What messages, what energies do we have for Caroline? Let's see what we have for Caroline. What do we need to know for this new job that Caroline is starting? What do we need to know? Okay, so what do we have? Moving on from some, no, that's not you. Okay, sorry. I need to shuffle a little bit more. Okay, I'll take the Lovers if you want. Am I taking the Lovers? No. Okay. Sometimes it takes a minute to shuffle, guys. Has to be the right cards. And because I read back to back, I know when it's the right card and not. All right, here we go. All right, what do we have for Caroline? Here we go. Thank you. All right, slow and steady, committed. Very good. There you are. In all your glory. Dedicated. Loyal, you're dedicated. So slow, right? Be prepared. Be prepared to organize yourself, to plan things out, to work, to dedicate yourself to this job, right? Be prepared that things might be slow in the beginning. Just be committed to the process. Prioritize. Be flexible. You're going to have a lot to juggle, a lot to work with, but you just make sure you adapt. Be open to adapt. 6 of Cups. What are you reminiscing from the past? There's something that triggers emotions from the past. Past jobs, family, what's going on? There you are. Ambitious. Page of Wands, ambitious. I like this. I feel like I feel like this is exciting for you. Yeah, you're like, this is sort of beginner's mind, starting mind, ready to explore. Right? Explore new ways. So there you are. This is your new adventure. Not sure why you have the 6 of Cups. Something triggering you from the past emotionally, from your family, your siblings, or I don't know. We'll see that in a minute. Learning. There's a real learning process, but you're learning from experts. You're learning from people that are very experienced. You're open to that. You're actually very eager to start the process and be with people very experienced and learn from them. Follow your instinct. Follow your instinct. Follow your gut feelings on this. Utilize your instinct. That's important. And take it, go slowly. No rash decisions. Very, very loyal, dedicated to the job. And follow your instinct, and be open to all these experienced people around you that are going to allow you to make money. Look at that. You're going from the Knight of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. from, you know, from taking your time and processing, right, to being very wise and strategizing and seeing the big picture. You're building your future. You're building something. You're building a structure. Now, there can be maybe a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn around you that's your boss, but I feel like I feel like you're really moving. You're taking your time, and you will make sure to be organized and committed to whatever you have to commit to, the rules, the regulations, learning process. Don't rush into anything. Don't assume anything. Allow the information to process. Allow the information to come in and follow that gut feeling. And here we have the Ace of Wands. Beautiful. Starting new. There's that sudden flash, right? That clarity flash, that instinct that you'll have, that mental instinct that you have, that this is the right thing to do. I'm still not clear why we have the Six of Cups and why you're reminiscing or why you're nostalgic, but we'll pull a card on that. I feel like you're going from, you're progressing financially, you're progressing business-wise, you will be progressing. Aha. Seven of Swords. Who are you not trusting? Why do we have the Seven of Swords? So far, this is something that's evolving in the good direction. Learning from others. Staying open to information. All right. Why do we have... Okay, so you're learning. You're very inspired. Yes, there's a training process. There's a learning process. And there's probably someone you disagree with. No, it's competitive. Okay, it's competitive. This is a competitive learning process in the job. So you're not alone. And there might be arguments. There might be disagreements. And there might be a little someone that you don't trust within this learning process. I don't believe this is someone higher up, but... Let's see. Why do we have the six? I'm laughing because I don't feel like it's something very important, although it's someone that you don't trust. Okay, but why? What is this? You're in that mindset where you don't trust them. You're not feeling them, right? This is not someone you... You want to be in control. Oh, well, they want to be in control. Okay, they want to be in control. Okay, so there's certainly one person within this job that's very competitive that you don't trust. So, are you a little freaked out? They're very possessive, or they're very controlling. They're very controlling of the finances. They're very controlling of their ways. They're stuck in their mind. They're stuck in... I don't think this is you. I think that they're stuck in their in their mind. Holding the Pentacles. Holding the Pentacles. All right, one more card. Do I have to change? Okay, let me change decks. Why? Who is this person? I don't feel like... Yes, again, okay, so a younger person, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Who is this person? Yeah, stuck again. You're working with this person, clarity. Okay, all right. So I think that overall you have a boss or someone that's pretty balanced, someone that's going to end this cycle, someone that's going to sort of chime in to end if there is a moment. You know what I feel like it is? I feel like this is the CEO or the mega boss, right? Here with the Emperor. Can be an Aries, doesn't have to be. That are pretty balanced, very mature. And then underneath, it feels like maybe there's a manager or maybe there's someone you have to report to that's younger, that's a little over ego, eager, They're not very old, but they're very competitive, and they, you know, they like to have it their way, and they show a little bit of ego, and that might put you a little bit in a mental mind game, but it's okay. You're persevering. I feel like there's really something exciting, and that learning curve. I feel like this person is coming from that learning curve. So either it's another person you're competing with that's doing the job with you, that's very competitive and there's an ego there, or this is someone a little above you, a manager or someone like that, that's like a little zealous, you know, and someone that likes to be in control. But I feel like overall this is something that you can manage, but it's freaking you out a little bit. But it's okay. It's okay. It's like freaking out but persevering, and knowing that, you know, even if it gets in your way, it's okay. You can trust the other people and just move forward, and just be dedicated to the job and do what you have to do. Yes, moving forward, action forward. Knight of Swords, and planning. So I think that this is the prequel of the big job. In other words, the beginning of this job is there's a lot of impatience, there's a lot of impulsiveness, things have to be done yesterday or whatever. There's a lot of planning, there's a lot of organizing with this Two of Wands. There's a lot of planning and analyzing all possibilities, right? Pros and cons. And I think that here there's someone with you, either a coworker or either someone a little above you that's a little bit rigid or stuck in their ways, or a little impulsive with this Knight of Swords. But can be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, doesn't have to be. But I feel like this is, it's not gonna, it might play a little mind game, but it's not gonna bar your way. You're a quick thinker. You're gonna think quickly, but no rash decisions. Make sure there's no rash decisions, or if the rash decisions, let them make the rash decisions. Let them be impulsive. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. Caroline, I hope that makes sense to you. Thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your energies today. I'm losing my voice. Here we go, Caroline. Next up we have, so that was number 7. Moving on to number 8, Teddy, in love. So give me one moment to shuffle the cards. Number 8, Teddy. Number 9. Number 9. Okay, well, there you go. Don't let him bother you. Don't let him block your sun. You know, just don't, or just let him do whatever, but don't get involved. You do your thing, slow and steady, committed, organized, planning, intuition. You do your thing, right? All right. 8. Teddy, Libra. Oh, yeah. So Teddy and Tessa. You're both Libras. Okay. Now, is there a question? I don't think there's a question, right, Teddy? You just wanted to know about Tessa? Or is there a question? Let's see. I don't know if you're here, so I'm just going to roll with the punches. Oh, you are here. Hi. Is there something specific you wanted to ask? Do you want the dynamic between both of you, or something you would like to know about her? Let me know, or I just go with the flow. You let me know, Teddy. After Teddy, it will be Wanda, number 9. Geo, number 10. Kevin, 11. And Elro, Linda, sorry, number 12. Oh, soulmate? Okay. All right, let's see. So, all right, let's see. Teddy. What do we have for Teddy and Tessa? Hold on one moment. Let me just stand up for 1 second because it's a long reading today. Let me stretch. Everyone stretch or grab a coffee or a cocktail or relax 1 moment. Everyone stretch. Okay. Okay. Have some wine, exactly. Cheers, guys. Cheers. Grab a drink. All right. Okay. Here we go for Teddy and Tessa. So I'm just going to see what we have, what comes out, and then we'll take it from there, okay? All right. What do we have for... Ooh. I don't think it's the... No. All right. 3 of Wands. 10 of Cups. I like that. I feel like with this 3 of Wands, there's this eagerness to start something, anticipation, waiting for the outcome, longing for the outcome. Something promising is on the horizon. 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups. Is this something, right, with this 10 of Cups? Is this harmony, emotional harmony? Do you want a family? There's a desire for family, or there's an ideal of romantic. There's an ideal thinking, dreaming, the ideal of a family, of this joy of a family. King of Cups, balanced, emotionally balanced. Page of Swords. I feel like this is, again, someone younger. There's it's Tessa. Again, I feel like that's what we had last time, right? A younger person. But there's a real sense of calm and balance here. You're still in a moment where both of you are cautious or overly cautious, right? Learning about someone, learning to know someone, learning to open up. You're still at the very early stages where everyone's very overly cautious, but there's a real desire to project in the future. You're already projecting in the future, romanticizing each other with the family. Okay, let's see. But in a very calm way, again, very calm. One more card. Yes, look at that. The sun doesn't get better than the sun. Happiness, the joy, and the beautiful energies moving forward. This is really lovely. All right, let's see. Let's continue. I feel like, all right. 8 of Cups, walking away from something. So 8 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, King of Wands. So we have King of Cups and King of Wands. Now, Aries, Leo, Sag. or someone is very passionate. Someone takes more action than the other. So maybe you are taking more action than they are. You're leading the way. Sort of, there's a lot of devotion there. There's very committed, very committed. We have the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. There's a lot of attraction here. Powerful, powerful attraction here. This is exciting. This is exciting. This is very exciting. And there's a certain, but at the same time, there's a lot of passion and a lot of attraction. But at the same time, with the Three of Pentacles, I feel like there's a sense of teamwork in love, like building a life together. You both are romanticizing this, but there's a lot of respect at the same time. And both contributing. Like love thrives when both give equally and both respect equally each other's lives, each other's boundaries. But we do have the Eight of Cups, which tells me that you're moving away or moving on from something that didn't work, or there's a decision to walk away from something. So someone is soul searching between the two of you. There's something that there's a soul search here to make a decision in love. Are you trying to make this decision? Let's see what this Eight of Cups is all about. I feel like you're moving away. You're having to move away from family, or move away from emotions, or move away from something that was not fulfilled, unfulfilling. Moving on. Moving on. One more card on the Eight of Cups. Ooh, okay. Well, no, wait. No. I don't want these. Sorry. I need to shuffle. Yeah, so you're moving or moving away. This is a very powerful, loving relationship. I really feel like both of you are respectfully coming together. It's powerful, but it's powerful and confident at the same time. In other words, it doesn't feel like a honeymoon phase where everybody's projecting, this amazing life together. Yes, you are doing that, but you're also doing that in a very pragmatic way, in understanding and respecting the other for who they are. I like this. There's a real collaboration here. It's not just la la land, if you understand what I'm saying. But you are moving away from something that was unfulfilled. So a relationship or something emotional, for sure. Yes. Sudden action forward. Sudden action forward. But now you're celebrating. Beautiful. Okay, there might be marriage there, Teddy. There might be marriage. Four of Wands. Wow, there's a lot of people. I feel like there's a lot of people who have King of Cups, King of Wands, King of Swords. There's a lot of major energy here, and people, older people, not powerful people, but people older. There's a lot of people around you. Father figures or masculine figures, a lot of masculine, feminine as well. There's a lot of, maybe it's parents, maybe it's a lot of people, very important energies around you, both sides. There's this Page of Wands and this, so there's something that needs to be said or something that needs to be clear, very clear, but you're both Libras. So there's a very honest approach to this and pragmatic approach, as well as that physical attraction and that love, you also have this very honest, real approach to this relationship, like very rational, like just. You are just in love, not just in love, but you are very realistic and fair in love, right? These are partners who lead with clarity, and both of you want clarity. But the only but I have would be less emotional expression. In other words, it's very matter of fact, being both Libras, very clear, want to be honest, want to be upfront and honest and very clear. And so sometimes it's a less romantic and passionate and a little more factual, and we need to be honest and respectful for each other. But there's a lot of excitement here with this Page of Wands. There's a lot of excitement. There's a lot of really the early stages of love, and very curious and eager to discover each other. So that's what I have. It's a lovely reading. It's a lovely reading. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Younger but eager but true, right? True and honest and to the point, and needing to be very honest. But you do have the Sun, and honest, it doesn't get better than the Sun, right? It's the beautiful wanting to be with each other, the positive energies with the Sun, and that attraction, mutual attraction with the Sun. Beautiful. Beautiful. There's nothing you can't handle, right? That it's that also with the Sun, it's the desire to clear away from any confusion. And because you're coming from another relationship, you've had doubts, you've had illusions, and you want to clear away all of that. You want to be very true and very honest with this person. You don't want any confusion. And you just want to make it sure and not confusing, and therefore very, being able to flow through these emotions and trust each other and be accessible when you look at each other. Be accessible. Everything needs to make sense. And again, the Sun is about the confidence to use what you know. Right? What you've experienced, to utilize the experience from the past relationship for this relationship, and that to trust your own judgment and to see things clearly and communicate clearly with a very positive and constructive thinking, right? Like you get it and you're excited, and at the same time, you want it to be very clear. I'm going to leave it at that. Oh, thank you, Teddy. Thank you. But it's a really honest, I like it. It's an honest approach. Thank you, Teddy, for allowing me to tap into your energies. Thank you. It's a really lovely reading. So let me know, right? In my very early, I don't know if any of you were here, in the very beginning of my tarot sessions, when I just started on YouTube and I was starting to get members, I read for one person that was in a plane up in the air. I don't know how they got Wi-Fi, but they got Wi-Fi, and they were reading for their career, and they were starting a job and in between jobs, and very ambitious. It was all about the job and the money and having whatever it was, and up in a plane. And all I read was love, and all I read was a beautiful relationship coming in where it was passion. It was going to fall in love. And he was like, no, I'm not interested in love. Please. I said career. I want career. I'm not interested in love. Please just focus on career. And I kept saying, this is what I have, a beautiful relationship, a passionate relationship coming in right smack, and it's just going to come in like that. And that's it. And, I think it was and then he found it annoying, but again he was in the airplane, so that was funny. And then I think it was a week or 2 weeks later he came back and just to say that he met someone and it was amazing. And I haven't heard from him since. He was a member for a while, but I haven't heard from him since. And I hope they got married and they have kids. And I hope there we go. So when I don't hear from people, I feel that that's because they're happy. And usually people don't come for tarot readings when they're extremely happy and everything's going great, right? We don't think of tarot readings when everything is perfect. So anyway, that was my little story. I don't think any of you were here yet. All right, so that was for Teddy, and now we're moving on to Wanda. Wanda, welcome, welcome. So Wanda, Gemini, career and love. Okay. Well, let's see what we got, Wanda. And welcome again. Hi, Wanda. All right. What do we have in career and love? Let's see what comes out, Wanda, okay? And then I'll pull more cards if we need more information. Here we go, Wanda. Gemini. What do we have for Wanda? What do we have for Wanda? For career? Okay, let's start with career. Thank you. Okay. I think the cards were asking me to choose love or career. So let's start with career. Two of Wands. You're planning something, preparing something, working on something, thinking of something, planning. It's like you're weighing the pros and cons on something, a possibility, a job, a project, an idea. All right, let's see. Yes, there we have Ace of Swords, new direction. I like this. So here we are. There's either it's like you have a mental breakthrough. You were weighing the pros and cons in something. Do I want to do this or not? Or which way am I going to go? Or when am I going to get the answer on this? Or I need the information on that. Boom, here we have it. Here we have it. There's a clear decision here. It's like a breakthrough. It's like something is revealed to you. There's a mental breakthrough here. There's an awakening. So it can be the truth. It can be a truth that you're receiving, or an answer, or clarity on something, but it's like, oh, now you know. Okay, well, there's your answer. Justice. There's a decision there. If you are waiting for a justice decision, it can be courts, or waiting for you to make a decision, or someone to make a decision with the justice. There we go. You're getting your answer. This is something you've been working on with this Seven of Pentacles. Like, was this going to work, or is this going to work? Is this my legacy? Is this what I want with the Ten of Pentacles? But it's long-term thinking. This is for your financial legacy. This is for your financial security, long-term financial security. And whatever you're working on, whatever this job is, or this career thing, or this idea that you have, you're working on systems or on things that are going to become legacy, in other words, long-term. But the justice there tells me that you've been waiting for a decision, or something had to be done. So whether you're making a decision, or someone had to be accountable, or someone had to be accountable in both emotions, ideas, and actions and really be honest. So it's either you being honest with yourself to make a fair decision, or justice, or someone else or another entity being honest with themselves. It can be court. It can be court. Doesn't have to be. But it's someone that's taking responsibility for their actions to be able to bring back balance into a situation and evaluate the situation with logic. It's all about logic. It's all about facts. So this decision is taken based on evidence, right? Whether you're waiting for an answer, a callback, whether you're waiting for a decision from your company or from the law or from an administrative decision, delivering something based on facts. So it's a process, but it's a process that will be fair. The conclusion or the choice will be fair because it's not bias. All right, let's see one more card on the Justice. It's a breakthrough though. It's seeing clear now. It's something you've been dedicated. You've spent a lot of time on this, working hard on this. This is something that you've been waiting for. All right, Justice card, please. One more card on this Justice. It's like finally a breakthrough. Yeah, the truth. There's something that has to be said about integrity. Oh, there you are. There you are, Wanda. This is about your truth. This is about your intellectual clarity. It's about where you stand, your values, who you are, all the effort you made, all your work that you've been done. This is about your integrity and your mental power. And you want it to be very clear on where you stand. You're not taking any BS. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, there's someone there. New direction. Wow, look at that. Look at that. So Ace of Swords and Ace of Wands. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn can be a boss, can be someone you're working with, can be a manager, can be whoever you're working with is someone that is powerful. I mean, they know how to manage finances. King of Pentacles. So I feel like this person here holds the Pentacles, if that makes sense, economically, right? They're economically wise. They know how to manage finances. They've been there for a while. And there we have this Ace of Wands, like it's like sudden, like it's like a clarity flash, right? Suddenly things are happening. Suddenly it's happening. It's clear between these two aces, Ace of Wands and Ace of Swords. And it's also a mental breakthrough. Like something is revealed. There's a clear decision that is revealed. Okay, I'm going to leave that at that. Let's move on to love. I am in a generous mood today. I have patience. I am rested. And, you know, it always does help when we're a little rested to make, do tarot readings. So, one more reading for Wanda in love. All right. let's see. Let me change decks so I don't have to shuffle too much. All right, Wanda, who is a Gemini. What do we have for Wanda in love? Nice. Who is this? Oh, there's disengagement from something, from someone. There's uncertainty there, or there's truths that you want to know regarding someone. A connection here with the lovers. Again, about integrity and honesty. You're a Libra, not surprising. You're reassessing and you're reassessing. If it's not a relationship, you're reassessing a connection with someone. You're disengaging with someone because it's not clear. Something's not clear with this person, or something's not clear with this connection, and you're rethinking this with the Hermit, reassessing, right? What do I want from this? Where am I going with this? Why am I in this? Why? I feel like with this, it can be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, with this dragging their feet with the Knight of Pentacles. It's like they're loyal. It's like they're dependable. They're patient, but they're slow to move, or cautious, or emotionally cautious and not opening up. They're dragging their feet, and you're rethinking this. You have both the Temperance and the Hermit telling me that you're rethinking this thing, and the Moon. Something is you're not understanding completely what's going on, or you're not getting the truth, or there's not a clear communication there. So to find clarity, you're just like trying to find peace through reflection, right? Taking a step back and just reflecting to understand what's going on. There's a really no emotional choice here with the Lovers. And you want to align with your heart. The Lovers is about being true to yourself, being true to your convictions, to who you are, what you represent, what you want in love, and what you want to share with others, right? This is embracing love, but you don't want to lose yourself in dependency. You don't want to have to overcompensate or sacrifice yourself with this person. And so this is a conscious choice in love, where you want to find that balance. And here it feels like you don't have all the answers yet. You're still navigating uncertainty, trying to figure things out, and trying to get answers from this person. But the thing is, you might not get all the answers. It might be confusing, but you might not have all the answers. Trust your intuition over fear or anxiety. Trust your intuition. Trust your gut feeling. Like, stay grounded. If it's emotional and unstable and you're not sure, connect with your inner feelings. Connect with your intuition, and recognize if they're illusions, right? Or recognize that they're fear-based illusions, because there's a disconnect. And then again with the Hermit, understanding to take time out. Take time out of the rat race. Take time out of whatever's going on that can give you answers. Stimulation from the outside world. No one's going to give you the answer. No one's going to fix this. This is like finding the clarity within. And then we have the Temperance, patience, right? Everything in moderation to try to sort things out, and try to sort out all these different emotions that you have, and finding a middle ground to just like be okay if it's not exactly what you thought it was, or be okay if they're not what you thought they were, or if they don't bring to the table what you wanted. Be wise, right? Integrate the opposites with wisdom. Accept that maybe you're not going to know everything, or discover everything, or they're not going to come to you exactly the way you wanted them to, or reveal what you're waiting for, or reveal what you want them to tell you. I'm going to leave it at that. Or maybe, hold on. One card on the Knight of Pentacles. One card on the Knight of Pentacles. Thank you. That's a lot of cards. Yeah. Maybe they need money. Okay, so you're moving out of that. You're accepting the change. You're accepting whatever is fated. Again, follow your intuition. Follow your intuition. That's things are gonna be okay. You're gonna be happy and celebrating, but you have to follow your intuition, because I think that with this Wheel of Fortune, it's accepting the change, or accepting the transition, or accepting the chaos, and accepting that things might not be exactly the way you want, but things are evolving and things are changing, and you're celebrating this change. Okay. All right. I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you, Wanda. Thank you so much for joining membership. Really appreciate it, and beautiful to have you here. Beautiful. All right, moving on to Geo. You're welcome. You're so welcome. All right, moving on to Geo number 10. We will be following Kevin number 11 and Linda number 12. All right, Geo, Scorpio, love life. All right, Geo, what do we have? Give me one moment to... I just have love life, right? So we're just going to see that. Let me stand up and stretch. All right, what do we have for Geo? Love life. And Geo, welcome, welcome. Beautiful to have you here. And Geo, you are Scorpio. Geo, Scorpio. What do we have for love life for Geo, Scorpio? I'm losing my voice a bit. Geo, Scorpio. Oh, they're Sag. Oh, yes, you did ask me about your ex, right? So your ex is coming back. Okay, well, let's see. Let's see what we have. You are Scorpio. They are Sag. Okay, let's see what we got for Geo. What do we have for Geo? What messages for his ex? Geo, Scorpio, ex being Sag. What do we have? What are the energies between Geo, Scorpio, and ex being Sag? All right, let's see. Geo, Scorpio, and ex being Sag. Let's see. What messages do we have? Oh, new adventure. New adventure. Sudden new adventure. Okay, but temper. So that we have the Fool. Exciting new adventure. A lot of spontaneity, a lot of, yes, really excited about a new adventure, but be careful about impulsivity, right? Be careful about impulsivity and recklessness, like moving forward with blind eyes and just excited, right? Just be open yet mindful, right? Not allowing like blind optimism. Don't overshadow your wisdom, right? Balance, listening, and the temper and the temperance. It's funny. It's funny, not funny, haha. But it's like there's a lot of excitement. There's a lot of eagerness to go out and discover the world with this person, and right. And then there's the temperance and like slowing it down, slowing it down. I feel like yes, patience. Because if it's too much too quickly, right? Between there's sudden action quickly. There's impulsivity here. A sudden change very quickly. So just make sure you move forward with an open heart. Without judgment as well. That's trust the process. Even if it's not quite clear yet, trust the process. I feel like this is something that needs to be balanced. Not in a bad way, right? Not in a bad way, just patience. Patience. All right, let's see what we got. Let's continue. Well, let's see who we have. Because there's a new adventure for you. Yes, new passion. So goodness, there's a lot of major arcana. Moving into something, okay, there's reflection there. There's reflection. I'm not seeing anybody yet. I'm seeing there's a lot of passion, a lot of desire to move into this new adventure, to have excitement, right? And the family is there. So many major arcana. All right, hold on. Let me just pull some cards on this Empress. There's a lot of energy forward. Yet, there is the rethinking. What is this all about? What do I want? Having to step out of this energy for a moment to understand. Nope, not these. Who's the Empress here? Who is the Empress here for Geo? Yep, from the past. You might have children with this person. This might be the mother of your children. Doesn't have to be, but oh yes. Here we go. Is she younger? There you are. Double the Empress. There you are, having to listen. Who is this Empress? Is it someone younger? I'm seeing Aries, Leo, Sag here, younger. There we are. Someone younger. Someone younger. Nurturer. Two of Wands. King of Wands. There they are. Disengaging. They're disengaging. We have the Two of Wands. So are you communicating? Is this someone you're communicating with? Because I feel like with this There's a lot of desire here. So with this Ace of Wands, there's a new spark. There's a new beginning. There's a lot of energy here. There's a real green light to act, but on desire, on passion, on that, you know, that physical energy. But I feel like there's distance here with this Two of Wands. Thinking about someone. You're thinking about someone far away, or imagining what a connection could become, or how you could be together, that attraction, but there's a hesitation or planning because they're disengaging or have disengaged. King of Wands. They're the King of Wands. Passionate, but they like to lead. They like to lead. They like to take action. They're devoted when they're committed, but they're disappointed if they're not committed, right? The Four of Cups, not enough. Disengaging because not enough. Or not enough. I feel like they feel, they're struggling maybe to feel satisfied with what's being offered, with what you're offering. This can go both ways. It's not, this is, there's something there with this Four of Cups where one of you is taking love for granted. One of you is struggling to feel satisfied with what's being offered, with what the relationship is. And it can be both. It doesn't have to be just one. They definitely. All right, with the Chariot, what are we doing with this Chariot moving forward? But there's a real desire to reconnect with this Ace of Wands and this Fool, but it has to take time, and it has to be balanced, and it has to be, it's all about love and respect. Love and respect. And it's important also to understand that this has to be, with the Hermit, it has to be rethought. Important to take a step back and understand what you really want, what this person really wants and what you really want. And that they're not going to fix it, or someone else is not going to fix it. It has to come from you. It has to come from you. The Chariot. What is this Chariot all about? You're willing to go forward. You're ready to go forward. You're all in, but they are disengaging because there's something missing there. Yeah. Three of Swords, heartbreak, Five of Swords, a lot of ego tension there. Everybody needs to, like, these are two powerful people coming together, right? But the Three of Swords is the heartbreak or betrayal, or just seeing the truth, right? The painful truth. There's a certain trust that feels broken, but there's a necessary moment where you have to realize it, or both have to realize it, to be able to come together. Because with this Five of Swords, there's conflict there, and there's a little bit of manipulation, right? It's sort of one-sided dynamic here where no one is really winning here. The arguments where no one is really winning. And yeah, there's a lot of pride here. There's a lot of pride. And Three of Cups coming together. I do feel like there's something coming where you're coming together, but I also feel like with the Hermit, it's important to really reflect. You know, take a moment of solitude and take a moment alone to figure things out. That's where the introspection, the solitude, to find clarity, to find that inner truth before reacting, right? Finding that peace first before making a decision. The self-reflection is very important. I'm going to leave it at that. I hope that makes sense to you, and I hope that gives you a little more clarity on the dynamic. All right. Moving on. Thank you, Gio. Thank you for letting me read your energies. Thank you so much. I hope that makes sense to you. You're welcome. You're so welcome. All right, moving on to Kevin, number 11. Hello, Kevin. How are you? And number 12 will be Linda. You're very welcome, Gio. Let me know how it goes. Yeah. I am extending myself today, Kevin. I am. I missed 1 week, and it's been a whirlwind of a week where I was away and we lost power, and there were no power for 3 days, and I needed to upload the readings, but I made it through and I made it happen, and there we go. Nothing comes easy. Nothing comes easy, and I'm just very happy to be here today. I'm rested, and right, and when we're rested, we're much more balanced and aligned, and the energy flows easier. All right, let's go, Kevin. What do we have for Kevin? A guidance for the project. Yes, it's 3 o'clock. Goodness. 3 hours. Well, you guys deserve it. You guys deserve this energy and this time because you're wonderful and your support is amazing. So I wish I had more time. All right, here we go. Kevin, let's see what we got for this project. What energies do we have? And thank you, Kevin, for all your support and your kindness along the way, as always. All right, what do we have for Kevin, Virgo, on this new project or project? I don't know if it's new, but what do we have? What guidance do we have for Kevin on this project, please? Okay, moving into something smoother, calmer waters, less mindset that's blocked, or less rigid thinking, moving into something calmer. 4 of Wands, more of a comfort zone, coming together, celebrating something, but I feel like it's more of a comfort zone than celebrating, coming together in a place that makes sense to you. Standing your ground, on the defense, or having to set boundaries, having to just defending yourself and setting boundaries. A lot of choices, a lot of options here. Which ones are you going to choose? Having to choose. There have been disillusioned before, but you still have more options. Make sure you fact check, back check everything. Which one is it going to be? Okay. Okay, nice. So we have the sun. I like that. Positive thinking, Virgos. I say Virgo because so many weekly readings for Virgos, there's always the sun. This positive thinking, this beautiful positive energy moving forward that really helps you connect with the right people. Yet you do have the Seven of Swords, but you're taking a breather from someone you don't trust, or someone that you felt wasn't there for you. We'll pull a card on that. You're taking a break after challenges, standing your ground, or just setting those boundaries. All right, so what is this? Okay. Justice. All right, there's a decision there regarding your work, your job, what you've been working on. There's a decision there. Okay, so what is this decision? Are you waiting for a decision? Multiple choices. So multiple options, multiple choices, and a decision regarding that choice or those options. All right, what is this justice all about? There's someone you didn't trust, or someone that didn't deliver, or someone that lied or whatever, but I feel like you've come through that challenge and now you need a break, and you want a break from all of that. Okay, so it's going in a different direction. Justice is saying that this needs to go in a different direction. Whatever was stuck, whatever is bound, whatever's not going anywhere with this hangman, it's important to understand to take it from a different perspective and take it from a different angle, and take the time to step away and take it from a different angle, whatever these new options are. Justice is saying, let's do this differently, or delivering the message of doing differently, or getting the answer on where it has to be going in a different way. One more card on the hangman, please. Completion. Something is completed, yet in a different way, because you've been patient, or you have to take a step back and be patient on this. Something is completing and it's making you happy. Nice. So the justice, whether it's court or you making the decision or someone else making the decision, or the universe shuffling things around in a different way, it's like you have to surrender to this new option, or you have to surrender to this new way of thinking, to this new approach, to this new angle, whatever it is. And justice is saying that answer, that new approach, is going to give you balance, or put people back in their place where they need to be to find that balance, or acknowledge where there was no balance, or acknowledge who was not bringing balance, or who was bringing conflict, or who was bringing imbalance within the project, within the situation. Acknowledging that person, and I think this is this person, either lying or not pulling their weight, or someone not trustworthy, or whatever it is. I feel betrayal, and that decision or that answer you're getting through justice is about understanding or addressing the issue that was bringing imbalance to the process, if that makes sense. So it can be a situation, it can be a decision, it can be a group of people, a company, or just one person that is not pulling their weight or putting the project in jeopardy. So here with the hangman, or the justice, is announcing a radical shift of perspective of something that was in limbo of judgment, or in limbo of decision. And here, this is about accepting this change, accepting this decision, or accepting this transformation. But it's a radical reorientation of your mind, of challenging people that might be a little stuck in their ways or stuck in patterns, or maybe this is you, a little like not flexible in seeing why this was not going forward, or what was the imbalance that was making this not go, that's making this resist. Maybe you've been resisting, or someone else has been resisting, or maybe you have been resisting seeing the truth, letting go of control. Whoever it is, justice is addressing that, allowing clarity now. Finally, clarity to come in, and finally insight to come through, and come through, you know, something that might not be comfortable, or that might not be what you expected, or unfamiliar, right? So sometimes it is about letting these new decisions settle and reframing. It's the end of a cycle with the world, end of a cycle. But this is about understanding and integrating this new perspective, integrating this new option, understanding this is a full cycle. There's a real completion. There's a real completion of experience, of learning, of reflection. Everything's sort of coming together, becoming very clear. There's a good understanding of what's going on. There's a clarity of what's going on, that the pieces are sort of coming together. And now people, they or you or all of you, are understanding the big picture. This is a question of learning. A lot of questions. But your ideas, your perception is part of something bigger. Understanding your place and your purpose that is in a bigger pattern, a bigger perspective, like professionally, but also socially. This is an idea that's part of something much bigger, coming to a bigger level, right? Evolving to a higher level of understanding. It's a completion. It's not the end. It's a real completion. It's a doorway to evolving and doing even more successful, stepping up, higher level, expanding more. It's making you happy. It's making you happy. It's bringing a sense of harmony here, that all your hard work is paying off. But the importance of this decision to recalibrate this, like who's doing what, what's your purpose, what is this all about, how can this evolve forward in a very constructive way, and understanding now how it is going to evolve, if this makes sense. Let's see what we have on the sun. I'm not going to dwell on the person that, you know, lied or whatever it is. What do we have for the sun? Yeah, this is your choice of independence. It was stuck. It was stuck, or you felt stuck, right? It's going nowhere. Now there's clarity. There's a real intellectual clarity on where you stand and what your purpose is and what your place is within this project. And then with this Nine of Pentacles, there's a choice of being independent also financially. There's a real sense of self-love and independence here. Are you doing this on your own, or you understand where you stand within this decision, this justice decision? It's very clear here. Very clear. All right, let's see what this one more card. I feel like there's one more card here on the King of Swords. Can be a a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but I feel like this is you now, very clear in your mind. They're very clear in your mind. Yes. You were disappointed. You were stuck. And now there's a real clarity on how important it is for you and what your position is within this project. It's a passion of yours. You're following your heart. It's a new beginning here, but yes, you have to open up to see the truth, open up to understand, open up to address the issues, open up to speak clarity, or to speak your mind, or just to see the reality of the situation. But with this Ace of Cups, I like this because it's a whole new beginning of understanding. There's a mental openness. Wow. There's a mental openness to emotional truth. In other words, something that you didn't see before, or you weren't accepting to see, or you didn't want to see. Now you're open to that. You're open to being vulnerable, emotionally vulnerable, but it's in business. Like, now it's that beginning of understanding where your mind is open to see the truth, and your mind is open to be emotional about it. It's okay. It's okay. Because now it's, even if it was at a stalemate and maybe someone was avoiding a decision, or someone was avoiding the truth, or not wanting to see what needed to be addressed, now it's okay. Now it's going to flow. Now the decision is made, and now, like, it's there. It's there. It's in the open, and it's okay. Wow. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. That's another profound reading. I have a ton of cards that came out at the same time, but addressing the issue, there we go. Positive energy forward, though. It's really clear and positive vitality forward. Even though there's something that you felt stabbed in the back, it's okay. You're excited. You're on the defense. You're starting something completely new, disengaging from obligations. You're getting out of your comfort zone. You're accepting to get out of your comfort zone, to go forward and just be you. It's liberating. It's really, really liberating. Bringing it all in. Bring it all in with the Magician. Bringing it all in. Yes, 3 times the Eight of Swords. You have been stuck in a mindset, not knowing where to go, not knowing what to do, how to get out of there, needing finances, and accepting the change with the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune moves forward in positive, beautiful ways, with synchronicities popping in and beautiful luck popping in. But, there is a but, the Wheel of Fortune moves forward in that way when we accept the chaos, when we accept the change, when we accept that things are not really what we thought they were going to be, and they're going to be different. If we don't accept the change, if we just stagnate and just wait for the thing that comes in exactly the way we want it, exactly the way we envisioned it, or just that one way it's supposed to be, no other way, that's when it stagnates, because we're waiting for the wrong thing, or we're waiting for the perfect thing, and nothing is perfect. So by accepting the change, and by accepting to be uncomfortable because it's going to be a little chaotic, that's when everything sorts comes in. The Fool, the Magician, the Wheel of Fortune, moving forward. It's time. It's time to make it happen. And it's time to align your energies, your experience, your talent, your intelligence, your creativity, your ideas, whatever it is, with the outside world. In other words, not trying to conquer uniquely in your point of view, but trying to align yourself with the opportunities, the tools, the logistics, the networking, the people you meet, with who you are and what you have to offer. That's when the synchronicities operate, and that's when things start moving forward. I'm going to leave it at that. I hope it makes sense, Kevin. Diving deep today, diving deep. Spot on? Okay. Thank you, Kevin, for allowing me to tap in. But these, oh my goodness, these readings, but they're beautiful readings. They're beautiful readings. So, there we go. All right. Goodness. Here we go. Moving on to Linda. Elro, Sagittarius. Will my business idea be successful? Okay. So here we go. Let me just grab a little tea. I know when, I am very generous. It's just that sometimes, like everybody else, sometimes I have a lack of time. Sometimes I'm tired. Sometimes, right? And today I'm just not tired and I have time. There we go. So it sort of aligns, right? And see, the tarot are the same. It's the same as you guys, to bring in the energies, to tap into your energies, and to really be able to read profoundly. You have to be calm. You have to be rested. You can't be doing things on the rush. You can't be, but sometimes we are rushed and we all have very busy lives and we try to make things work. And I do admit that sometimes I come in on Sundays and maybe I'm a little short-tempered, maybe I'm a little cranky, maybe I'm a little tired, but I always want to be here and I always want to connect with these energies and read for you guys. But today, there you go. See, well, there you have Card Minds at its best. There we go. Card Minds at my best. And there's a reason why I do this channel, and there's a reason why I come every week, and there's a reason why I come every Sunday, because I have energies to deliver and messages to deliver, and I love doing this, and this is very important for me. Even though sometimes people think not, I do care, and it is important. All right, here we go, Linda. Let me just shuffle a little bit more. Okay. Here we go. All right, Linda, what do we got? Will Linda's business idea be successful? What do we got? What are the energies here? I do. Well, thank you. Thank you for getting that, Linda. Thank you, because not everybody gets that. So I'm happy you do. I know most of you do, but not everybody. So thank you for that. I like that you get it. All right, here we go. Linda, what do we got for Linda? What do we have? What about her business, and will her business be successful? Okay, well, these cards are popping out. Give me one moment. I'd like to cut the cards first. Sun on the bottom. I don't always look at the bottom, very rarely. All right, let's see what we got. Ooh, Ace of Wands. Okay, so the beginning of something exciting with this Ace of Wands. There's a disappointment there. Have you been disillusioned before? Have you had attempts before? Multiple choices, multiple ideas, a lot going on there. Multiple options, but I see you conquering really here with the Six of Wands. Proud of yourself, leading the way, conquering. Light is shined upon you. You're confident. I feel like sometimes it's not enough, or sometimes you're disappointed in yourself, or sometimes you're disappointed in the result. But here we have the Page of Cups. Either you're getting an offer, a creative offer, or an offer to create something, or you're very inspired creatively with this this Page of Cups. This is something new, eager, a little bit head in the clouds here, but very curious. I feel like there's a sort of energy of idealizing something, if that makes sense. But you're excited about this creativity. Let's move forward and see, because with this this Ace of Wands, it's a brand new beginning, right? It's that finally, that clarity, that flash of clarity, that things are happening. All right, let's continue. You're celebrating this creativity. You're celebrating creating something, or this idea. Nice. This is about your legacy. This is about long-term financial legacy, long-term financial stability. You're celebrating long-term financial stability. This is for harmony, your family. This idea is also regarding your family, the stability in your family, happiness, joy. You're confident. All right. It's very positive, yet I do see that you've had past illusions or past options that didn't work out, disillusions, like smoke and mirror a little bit. Five of Cups, disappointed in that smoke and mirror, disappointed in those options. But I do really feel like there's a regain of happiness and positivity and financial stability. Really financial stability. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's tap into this. All right, Ace of Wands. Let's start with the Ace of Wands. Yes, there we go. Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords. New beginning. You have this breakthrough. There's a very clear decision here. New direction. A breakthrough in a thought, in a new direction. One more card, please. Yes, you're collaborating, teamworking, you're building your business. You're not alone. There are other people there working with you. There's a real, it's like a eureka moment, right? Like, finally it's happening. Finally we're building this. Finally we're working together. All right, so on the Five of Cups, the disappointment was something, right? Someone stabbed you in the back, or something didn't work out, or something ended, and now you're starting something completely new, but in an independent way. You have less obligations. You might be a little bit out of your comfort zone because you're going to be alone, or you're wanting to do this alone, or you want more independence. You're going out to discover something completely new. I feel like this project is something that you've never done before, or you've never done it this way, or you've never done it alone with the Fool. The Fool is trusting this leap of faith, but also allowing yourself to trust yourself and to go on this adventure yourself, to go down the road yourself, and to believe in yourself. Freedom. This is freedom. Even if you don't know exactly how it's going to pan out, don't focus on other people's validations or the end goal. I know that most of the time we are always like, focus on the end goal, laser beam on the end goal. For here, don't focus on the end goal. Focus on navigating each energy and connecting to the unknown, because this is the unknown path with the Fool. But very spontaneous, exciting, because it's your freedom. It's something you've never done before. And so let me change, but it's something you've never done before, but this is, you know, part of your journey. I mean, truly part of your journey. That's what the Fool is all about. Moving forward with an open heart. Embracing the unknown, right? Just free from those constraints of fear of judgment or waiting for validation, right? It's just time to step into the world. And it's time to step into the world with curiosity, opening your eyes, connecting with new people, doing different things. It's exciting. So just trust the process, even if it's not complete yet, or very clear, or you're scared because this is something you've never done before. Trust yourself. Dream big, right? It's you have to believe in the magic of new beginnings. You have to step into the unknown. Stepping into the unknown brings you growth, brings you understanding of yourself, what you're capable of, who you are. That's the only way to learn, is through experience. So you will gain wisdom along the way. So just embrace the journey rather than, like I said in the beginning, focusing too much on the outcome. Embrace the journey step by step, because with the Fool, there's limitless possibilities out there, right? Limitless possibility. It's really an invitation to consider what this could be, what this career could be, this project, this life, your path, whatever it is, would be, without being weighed down by past failures or doubts or expectations or other people's judgments, validation, whatever it is. Consider that. Take that weight off your shoulders and go in this new path with that lightness of being. That is what the Fool is all about, going out and experiencing the world for the first time. I think I'm going to leave it at that. Yes, you're stressed, but you're establishing new rules. You're establishing new rules. Or, let's see, there's one more card. Yep, that's what I wanted to say. Or you're leaving the conventional rules behind. No, that's exactly it. You're stressed. It's giving you anxiety because you're not in that structure anymore. You're not in that conventional job anymore, or in that establishment or institution that has a lot of red tape. And, you know, when we're in those jobs that are extremely regimented and ruled, and we just follow the rules, and we just, you know, we don't really think personally, because we just do what we have to do. We fill out the forms, or we sign, you know, whatever. We have our day-to-day routine, but we just have to follow whatever rules we need to follow for that day within that job. And that's, if we're a creative person, it's hard to follow those obligations, specifically when we don't agree with them, or when they don't make sense to us, or it's just not something that we would do normally. It's a philosophy, it's management, it's whatever it is, right? And for some people, it's very comforting. And for some people, it's essential to just be, for example, in that government job or in that, that establishment, right? Some people, that's comfort and that's security, and that's what people need. And other people can't stand following obligations and rules that make no sense for them, right? And so it takes all kinds of people in this world to make things happen. And everyone is different. And I feel like you're leaving something behind. You're leaving something that was not fulfilling. Moving away from that. We're moving away from that type of job, that type of energy, because it's not for you. And now you're going to do your own thing independently and go off on a whole new adventure. So trust yourself on that. Trust yourself. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. I can't say yes. I know there's a better way. Yes. But everyone's different. Free will, free choice. These are uniquely cards. But everyone is different. And some people need that security. And some people just, or that's the way they work, and they're perfectly fine with that. And some people, and vice versa, some people, if they're in a more independent or more freestyle job where you have ideas, where you can make a decision, your own decision, and some people are very uncomfortable with that. They need structure, and they need people or rules to tell them exactly what to do on every step of the way, and they like to follow that. Everyone is different. So there we go. Linda, thank you. Thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your energies. And thank you. You're the last reading of the day. This is almost it is 3.5 hours. So I want to thank everyone that joined, all the new members and all the beautiful members that have been supporting this channel. Oh, Mary, are you still here? Do you want a reading? I'm in a generous mood. If you're there, pop in. I can do one last one if you're there, Mary. Just let me know. I'm just going to I need to stand up and stretch a little bit. You're so welcome, Linda. You are very welcome. Mary, are you there? I'll give you a minute. I'll go get a little more tea. I'll give you a minute. I don't know if you're there or not. Let me know if you're there. I'll give you a minute. Mary once. Mary twice. No? All right. I don't think you're there. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. I want to thank everyone for being here today. I wish you a fantastic week. And I will see you right back here next Sunday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. Thank you all for your amazing support and your energies. Gratitude. I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.